Ever since this patriarchal system has been created, we have been taught that light is good and darkness is bad. And we believe that these polarities are what makes up life, separation. But what if I tell you that both light and darkness are needed together, not separate, in order to create the harmony of this universe and of love? Today, Awakened Ones, I'm going to be sharing with you today the importance of why we need light and darkness, and how both of these elements are the influences of who we are and what makes up love in this universe. Let's get it. Awakened Ones, what is up? It's your girl Brittany Fontes here. My bad for the background noise. I'm actually in my car right now. I usually do my videos during the day, but it's nighttime. I'm actually feeling inspired. I'm starting to learn how to take inspired action rather than forcing myself to take action. So I'm in my car right now, enjoying the night's rain and everything, but excuse the background noise. But best believe this video is going to be very vital for your spiritual growth, and especially for your ascension or awakening process. But other than that, if you've been on this journey with me so far, I love you dearly and thank you. But if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Brittany Fontes. What I do is I assist people in awakening to their power so they can find their infinite love within. On this channel, I speak about spirituality, self-development, esoteric content, emotional awareness, all that good cosmic wisdom to simplify your spiritual journey. And if you enjoy content like this, you might as well like, subscribe to this channel, and hit that notification button. But only if it resonates with you. And I'm gonna be quite honest with you, I don't do this channel for the likes, for the subscriptions. I do it to assist you on your spiritual journey because I fucking love you. And all the things I've been through in my life, I had to teach myself all this wisdom, even though this wisdom was given to me by the universe. And now I know it's my duty to give back to you, because guess what? If it helped me, it might help you. And you might help another person who might need to hear this too. But other than that, Awakened Ones, welcome to the second episode of Embracing the Ascension Process. You guys, I started this series because, well, let's just admit it, I was pulled and led from a higher power that told me that I need to start sharing this wisdom to the collective. But on today's video, if you haven't watched my first episode of Embracing the Ascension, I highly suggest you go watch it. This whole series is pretty much it's a criteria to assist you on learning how to heal, to love yourself, to remember who the fuck you are, and to step into your power and be that divine being that God created you to be. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the importance of why we need light and darkness. But let's start off from the beginning. As I do my studies and the more I get depth in my spirituality, I'm learning a lot more, and it really starting to resonate who we are as human beings, but who we are as spiritual beings. And I started to learn that in the beginning of time, actually, that this world was ruled by women. As little do we know. But, of course, over time, society was run by women, which has made it not a patriarchal, a matriarchal system. Excuse me for my pronunciation. I have problems with pronouncing certain words. But it was a matriarchal system, meaning it was run by women. And it was completely different than the civilization that we have now. But, of course, the way that this country was created was ruled by being greedy and stealing from other people. And, of course, that's how the patriarchal system happened. It was pretty much gender roles and energies going against each other, which is the feminine and the masculine energies going together. And that is what happened. The patriarchal system became so greedy, so corrupt. It was based on falsitude anyways, because of course, if you're going to start war and steal from other people, that's a foundation built on falsehood. So of course, this patriarchal system was stolen by the beginners of time. And over time, through centuries, through decades, this patriarchal system has created propagandas and paradigms for us to believe in order for them to control us. And because of this, well, let's be honest, the patriarchal system is a masculine energy only. And the masculine energy has been ruling this world for so long, to the point that even women have to compete against men. And it's so sad, because these elements are both needed the same way darkness and light are needed. But the reason why I wanted to get into the patriarchal system first is because, let's be honest, the masculine energy, if you really know yin and yang, if you don't, please do your studies, but I'll get brief into it. Yin and yang is masculine and feminine energy. Both of these energies are in everything. Even in the beginning of time, there was an alpha and an omega, not just a man. Think about it. In the physical reality, a woman creates birth. Don't you think that happens in the non-physical reality? Let's keep our minds open. So, since now we know that the patriarchal system is ruled by masculine energy is all about the sun. It's all about creativity. It's all about action, expressing thyself. But what people don't know is that the sun and masculine energy is mainly ruled by the ego. And now I'm not saying all masculines are egotistical. I'm saying that the sun is more attractive like the ego, because it expresses itself fully and openly. You know what I mean? So now that we know this, think about this. At nighttime, when the moon's out, it's feminine energy. Feminine energy is all about darkness. It's all about diving deep. It's all about feeling. It's all about internal knowing. And that's how the beginning of time was created. It was created in the darkness. It was created from a desire, from the birthing of that feminine energy, desiring more. And guess what? That feminine energy, boom, created light. And that light created life. So we need both these energies, because they were the start of not only civilization, but infinite intelligence. And now that you know this world is just a patriarchal system ruled by masculine energy, understand this. Because we only strive to express the best and be light. But here's the thing. All I know is what I've learned throughout my life and my journey so far is that a lot of people think light is good, darkness is bad. That is so wrong. I have met people that look good but display darkness. And I've seen people that look dark but display light. Don't be fooled. You were just taught polarity because they want you to be separate. Because let's be honest, we're already living in hell. This is already a dark night of the soul that's happening on the planet. That's been happening for decades. And sadly to say, religion is kind of ruled by the falsehood of these lies that we were told. Now, I'm not shunning on any religion. Don't badmouth. If this resonates with you, take it as if it doesn't. Don't take it, but don't badmouth. This channel is just love only, and open-minded, and for the open-hearted. But pretty much, this whole system, let's be honest, was based off of freaking lies. And the reason because is that they don't want us to know the truth. That everything that we were taught they want us to believe in is not true. It's not real religion. It's not the real wisdom. But in all honesty, even though things seem dark right now, how do you think things create miracles? Think about it. When we're in the light so much, when we always feel blessed, we never learn lessons. We only learn lessons in our dark moments. So the darkness is needed just as much as the light is needed. And here's the thing. A lot of people think they fear darkness, but they really fear the light. We're already living in hell. We already been living in darkness. We're fearing our true potential in our divinity. But we think that with the way we are now, we're already living in divinity. No, we're not. We're living in that darkness. But this is what makes light and darkness so needed, is that we learn our most deepest, realest lessons from the universe in our dark moments. And with all those lessons and acknowledging them and implicating them in our lives to grow, we create light moments. We create beautiful moments. We have to realize that all of everything of life is needed, good and bad. I know that sounds crazy, but think about it. If everything was good, life would be boring. There would be no variety. There would be no reason to solve problems. But if everything is bad, then there will be no sense of life. There will be no reason to live. It will just be death. So think about it. We need both light and darkness because they both teach us the balance within us. We deny our ego and we praise our higher selves. But understand, the ego is nothing wrong. It's nothing bad. The darkness that lives within us, there's nothing wrong with it. If anything, I'm going to explain to you why the darkness is needed within ourselves. Our light moments do uplift, but our dark moments literally create boundaries to protect ourselves, to love ourselves. Here's the difference between egotistical darkness and self-love darkness. Egotistical darkness is pretty much, say, if you did something wrong and someone shuns you for it and they don't want to do anything to assist you, to make you feel better, to help you say, it's okay that you made the mistake. And all you do is just keep shunning yourself, keep shunning yourself, keep shunning yourself, keep shrinking who you are just because of one little temporary mistake and pain. That is egotistical darkness, where you just keep shunning yourself, where you just keep denying the inner child that is wounded. Now here is self-love darkness, is when he's like for me, for a perfect example, you guys, this morning, as much as we think we grow out of something, it comes right back to us to teach us something deeper. This morning, I woke up and I have this vape pen and I kind of stick it in the slit of my printer. Well, it fell in there and I couldn't get it. And for some reason, especially the dark night of the soul now, we're in Scorpio energy, this is transformational energy, I got so pissed, I fucked up my printer. Guys, I fucked up my printer. Now, you guys, when I was younger, I had really bad anger issues. I broke a lot of laptops. I kicked in walls with my bare foot. I broke anything you thought possible, but I haven't done that in years. I'm 25 now. The last time I did that was probably when I was 18. I'm 25 now. Now, when I used to do that, I used to shun myself. I used to say, damn, I have issues. Something wrong with me. I really used to let my demons get to me. Now, when I did that this morning, I didn't do that. When I broke my printer, I laughed. And I'm like, Brittany, I love you, but this ain't good for you. I love you, but you gotta realize you need to change this and you need to get control of why you are angry. You see the difference? You're introducing love to that wound rather than introducing more chaos to even rip open more of that wound. There's a huge difference. So the ego is needed because it teaches us how to protect thyself. And the light is needed because it teaches us how to love ourselves. The sun is needed to show us the beauty of life. And the moon is needed so the oceans and the land can relax from life. Oh, light and darkness makes up life, you guys. Alpha, light, omega, darkness. Alpha, masculine energy. Omega, feminine energy. Yin and yang. As above, so below. You guys, both of these are needed. That's how the balance and alignment within us is correlated in order for us to be in harmony and in sync with the essence that created us. I know this seems a little more confusing, but listen, it makes sense when you realize who you truly are. When you realize you got an ego, but when you realize you got a higher self and you realize you're a human, you guys, it's a lot to take in because it's the mind, body, and soul. But when you understand that everything in life has a purpose, then you will never question why everything is the way that it is. But other than that, you guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's a little dark out here, so I definitely gotta get inside. But other than that, you guys, I love you dearly. I appreciate you guys. And if this resonated with you, please share it. It's all about assisting the collective. But until then, you guys, I love you and have a blissful night. Namaste.